Ladies and gentlemen, Marvel Champions all over the world, welcome back to my Marvel Champions channel, to the Wolf's Den of Champions. Today, your host, Dark Matter Wolf, aka Efren, is going to bring you a deck of this guy here, Black Panther. We're going to be reviewing and rating, or we're going to rate and review. Welcome back to another episode of Rate and Review Heroes. Let's dive right in. Alrighty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got Black Panther, and we are going to be rating and reviewing Black Panther's hero kit here. If you have been following along with the series, you might have seen Black Widow and Iron Man. So if you have not, they're going to be somewhere in the channel here or linked at the end. But without further ado, let's get into the hero kit here. Black Panther is kind of illegal. Breaks kind of the rules here. I actually really love its hero kit. It is kind of crazy though. This hero kit here, this is one of the core box heroes. Here we go, Black Panther. It's we're gonna break it down here. I'm gonna be rating this hero here, the whole series. We're gonna be rating off of. We're gonna be breaking down the hero based off 5 categories here. The ease to set up, how easy it is to set up, board control, survivability, alter ego, and versatility here. We're gonna be doing these 5 categories for Black Panther. And without further ado, let's just jump into this hero kit here. So, the Black Panther here has 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. On its hero side, retaliate 1. After this character is attacked, damage 1, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. Time. No, there's no time. To attack me is to attack Wakanda. Very Black Panther there. It's a hand size of 5 and a hit points of 11 here for the Black Panther hero side. Now going over to the alter ego here, we got T'Challa. It should say King T'Challa, but that's all right. T'Challa here is a 4 recovery, so that's pretty big. That's a little bit of that's more than average. I think the average is like 3. Actually, the average is like 3 to 4 in the heroes that I've seen, but he's got 4, so it's always good to recover here. Got a little bit more hit points, hand size of 6. 4 okay, setup. Search your deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. So it's a King Wakanda alter ego. It only has a setup. It doesn't have an action. Doesn't have a recurring event. Okay, so we'll definitely put that into the categorization of the grading of like the alter ego here. I really want to go over alter egos just because I like being in alter ego mode. I like being able, that's part of a big mechanic in the game, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're able to go down, not just to recover, to get that health, but to use its effect, like I think that's a pretty big important thing here in Marvel Champions. Not just doing attack, thwarting, or defending, but there's a lot of cards that let you go into all that stuff as well. But moving forward, the ally of the Black Panther here is going to be Shuri. It's a 2 cost, 1 thwart, 1 attack. Genius Wakanda. Response, 3 health. Response, after Shuri enters play, search your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. You would be lost without me, brother. That is definitely a Shuri thing to say. It's a 2 cost to get a card from your deck. Not just a card, but an upgrade. And not just a Wakanda upgrade or a Black Panther upgrade. Like here, setup. Search for a Black Panther upgrade. So Shuri, actually, I'm gonna grade Shuri pretty good because this is very good. You get a +1 from this. Well, you don't get a +1 because you're paying 2 for 1. You get to search for a card, and it could be any upgrade. So that's actually pretty busted. Anytime you get to search for anything in any game is very good, especially if you don't have like limitations like a certain archetype or Black Panther upgrade. This goes straight for any upgrade, so I think that's pretty good there. There's a good ally. All right, that's so far so good. You're getting some points there. All right, the next card on the list here is going to be Ancestral Knowledge. This is an alter ego action. It's a 1 cost event. And choose up to 3 different cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. 3 different cards in your discard pile, shuffle them into your deck. That's pretty good. It's always good to get cards from your discard back to your deck. I've been struggling a little bit without being able to add cards back into the deck, but this card is a 1 cost. It's an event. It's an event. It's an event. Ooh, it's an event. It's an event. Okay, and it's an alter ego event too. Not the best of cards. It's only a 1 cost though, but you have to be an alter ego. Okay, we'll go ahead and continue on here. This is where Black Panther breaks the game. Normally, you can only have 3 copies of a card, right? The Alter Ego Hero Kit here, or sorry, not the Alter Ego Hero Kit, but the Black Panther Hero Kit here has 5 copies of Wakanda Forever. Some of these are different attributes, and then you have 2 wild ones. So you have the energy, the strength, the genius, the energy, strength, and genius ones here. 1 cost event, hero action, tactic. These are all tactics, and it says resolve the special ability of each Black Panther upgrade you control in any order, resolving each ability in a step in this sequence. So 1 cost, you need these to activate your Wakanda upgrades. Once you have all 4 out, you can do them all in a sequence. You can go 1, 2, 3, and the last one gets a special effect. We're going to jump into more detail about that when we get to those cards. But these are, you need these to use Black Panther's basically upgrade, his suit upgrades and his weapons. Without these, you can't do them. And let's move on, and then it'll all make sense there. We got 3 copies of Vibranium. This deck here is, this hero kit is stacked with resource. I made a deck called Wakanda Resource Forever because this deck literally has just infinite resources. If you're interested in that deck, go ahead and it should be linked somewhere at the end of this video, or you can find it on my channel. But I did make a deck of this, and I did do a playthrough using this deck versus Rhino and Rhino Expert. I'm going to be doing that same deck or a different version of just that deck all the way up to the Gauntlet. Like I mentioned, I'm doing a series of that, just playing, making a deck, playing that deck versus every villain, and continuing on. We got a lot coming to the channel, so if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. I'm going to categorize all that stuff in playlists. So if you're new and you're not watching in 2025, then just click on one of those playlists and you'll be able to see everything there. 3 copies of Wakanda. Sorry, 3 copies of Vibranium, which are double wild resources. Insane, really good. What I found out by playing this deck though is that everything is very, very cheap. So if you have 1 Vibranium, you can play it for Golden City, any of the upgrades here. And that's kind of what I found myself doing. And you'll just have to see in the channel how I made the deck and how I played it. It worked out very well. And then I hit a hiccup where I had too many resources, and I was like, oh, what do I do? I'm overpaying for stuff. So, but really fun deck. This is the kit here. This is the resources. We got another alter ego card. So this is the second alter ego card here. Kind of making you want to go to alter ego, but his alter ego doesn't really have a good effect besides the setup. But the Golden City, exhaust the Golden City, draw 2 cards. Now, I just want you to think about something. All right, when you have this out, you pay with Vibranium. Boom, it's out. Now you gotta go to alter ego, right, to activate this. Alter ego, you recover, and then you activate this, and you draw 2 cards. Now you have 2 extra cards to your hand size of 6. That's 8 cards. That's a big boy turn. Now, say you have Helicarrier, right? Because I did in my video, and then I had, what was that other card? Avengers Mansion. Then you potentially have 10 resource cards, or 10 cards, because Helicarrier lowers the cost of something. It's just crazy. You have too much, and it's just overload, and then I found myself like, thinking, well, I can't even play any cards because I don't have Wakanda Forever. If I don't have Wakanda Forever, then I can't really do much. So that was a little hiccup that I found. which will be part of this whole grading service here, or grading this this deck here. But the Golden City, that is going to be an alter ego card. Here are the upgrades here. We got Energy Daggers, we got Panther Claws, we got Tactical Genius, and Vibranium Suit. Let's go over one at a time. Let's go over Energy Daggers here. So Energy Daggers, Black Panther weapon, special, choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain and to each enemy engaged with that player. Really good to get off all those annoying toughs. If you have a guard guy, also this is kind of cool, but you can just do that extra splash damage. Well, you can't deal the damage to the villain because you have the guard, actually, just kidding. So, but 2 damage instead if this is the final step of that sequence. Play the Wakanda Forever event to use the ability. So you need Wakanda Forever to activate these upgrades, okay? The Vibranium Suit, one of my favorite upgrades here for Black Panther. It's an armor Black Panther, special attack, move 1 damage from your hero to an enemy, 2 damage instead if this is the final step of the sequence. I like this card because you can do 2 damage and take 2 damage off yourself, so it kind of saves you a turn or just gives you a little bit more wiggle room from just a little bit more wiggle room of recovery there. I like it. This is the busted card here. This is the thwart card, Tactical Genius, remove 1 threat from a scheme, 2 instead if the final step of the scheme is, if this was the final card in the sequence there. This card's busted, and then so is this card here, where it just does 4 damage if it's the last part of the sequence, but deal 2 damage to an enemy, just any enemy, and then if this was the last sequence, it does 4. So standalone, these cards standalone are not very good. They are, but they're not. But then if you have all 4, which is the whole gimmick of this, or just Black Panther's whole thing, is if you have all 4, right, and you activate 1 copy of Wakanda Forever, you get to choose the sequence in which they order. I played a lot of TCGs, 20-minute combos in Yu-Gi-Oh! And 15-minute turns in Digimon, and just you name it. But when my brain goes, it's like it goes chain link 1, 2, 3, 4. So sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or however sequence you want it to go. So the responding of all this is kind of good. You could add in a bunch of other crazy cards that can go into all these other different effects because of this is an attack, this is a thwart attack, and then this just moves damage. But it's really, really cool and really awesome how it feels like you're kind of playing Black Panther, and I think that is the most beautiful thing about this game. So I just want to give that a shout out to the developers and the creators of this game, is that when I play these heroes, I really feel like I'm playing these heroes. I feel like I'm playing Black Panther. When I'm playing Black Widow, I feel like I'm playing Black Widow. Iron Man, when he gets his whole suit built, I feel like I'm playing Iron Man. So I just want to give that a little love. If you agree with me, go in the comments and just give some love to Marvel Champions developers and creators. Thank you guys. This game, I love this game, and I can't. To this day, I cannot believe I've never found this game until now. And well, we're obsessed with it, we love it, and we're going to continue on making all these videos. So if this is the subscriber mark, if you've made it this far, make sure to subscribe and like, and go ahead and hit the like button. But Black Panther here, if you play Wakanda Forever, right, you activate all these effects. You get the daggers, Vibranium Suit, Tactical Genius, Black Panther Claws. And I want to say for versatility, because we went through all the cards already, for versatility, right, I'm going to give this a point, because you can do many things with Black Panther. And this is just a kit. Of course, you can add any other cards to this kit here, and you can play an aggression deck, you could play a justice deck, you could play a leadership, or a protection. I can see you protecting a lot here until you get all these upgrades, then do a lot of upgrade stuff, and defending stuff, and crazy stuff, and then thwarting too. He's got a very balanced stat kit here of 2 defense, 2 attack, 2 thwart. So you can have a lot of fun with him. I am going to say survivability here is a little bit, it's there, but it's not there. And the only reason I say it's there and it's not there is because it depends on having your upgrades. So it forces you to choose, like, getting your upgrades. If you don't have your upgrades, and on top of that, right? On top of that, if you don't have your upgrades and you don't have your Wakanda Forevers, or you have your upgrades and you're waiting to draw the Wakanda Forevers, you can't activate these skill, weapon, armor cards. Like, you can't activate these Black Panther upgrades if you don't have the Wakanda Forevers. So that goes hand in hand with ease of survivability, or like the easiness of setting this up with survivability, because you're very dependent on your and this is only, like I said, this is only speaking on the core, the core of Black Panther. Of course, you can add protection, and then you don't have to worry about survivability. But that's a protection Black Panther deck, right? Or scheming out. That's a Black Panther justice deck. Or just having a bunch of bodies and homies, allies. I call them homies. Allies. No, I don't know why I do, but I do. Just having a bunch of allies and taking all the hits for you, but doing all the other stuff for you, or just straight attack. Like, without any of that being thought about, just the hero kit. To set up, you need not only your upgrades, but you also need a copy of Wakanda Forever to activate one of these things. If you have all 5, and you can activate all 5 in that same turn, amazing, crazy, broken turn, right? But theoretically, the probability of you having all those cards and all these cards at the same time, it's not very high. But it's very fun. It happened to me once, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do like 3 Wakanda Forevers in one turn and get all these effects and do so much in one turn. So it's kind of like Black Panther gets all that damage on him on his suit, and then he just explodes it out. So that's what I loved about this. I loved about that, but that takes build-up. That takes a lot of setup. So setup, down. Survivability goes hand in hand with this down as well. Just goes down with this as well. Now, going into board control. I want to say there is board control here because you can do so much, but of course, it all relies on the claws here. Sorry, not the claws, the upgrades here, because you can do damage to minions or the villain. You can remove a threat or 2 threat, depending on what sequence. You can move damage from you to the villain, or move damage from this to any enemy, and then you can deal 1 damage or do splash damage to everything for 1. It's there. The versatility is there. Of course, it does rely on this here. Again, can Black Panther do a lot without that? Yes and no. Because he's got 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. So versatility, I'm going to say it's there. I'm going to give it a point there in versatility. Alter ego, I think that's what we're talking about. Plus, I cannot forget about retaliate. Retaliate is very, very good. If he gets hit, he deals 1 damage to the attacking character, and just retaliate is just nice. Alter ego kind of just recovers for 4, which is pretty decent. Starts you up with one Black Panther upgrade in the beginning, but that's it. That's it. You kind of need alter ego to take advantage of this card. Sorry, this is the event, not ancestral knowledge. The Golden City, right? To really be resource forever, you kind of have to jump back and forth into. I want to really give it a point for alter ego, but there's besides the 4 recovery or the exhaustion of the Golden City, there's no reason to go to alter ego with Black Panther. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments or not, but if you don't have the Golden City and you're fine on taking damage and recovering and dishing it back with some of these here, with move on the vibranium suit, or if you have other cards to heal yourself. There's no real reason to go to Alter Ego with T'Challa. It's a tribute to Wakanda and King. There's nothing there. No other cards really, not yet, maybe in the future, but right now, Alter Ego, I'm going to give it a thumbs down. Setting up, thumbs down. Survivability, thumbs down. Board control, yes. Versatility, yes. So I'm going to give Black Panther these ratings here of a 2 out of 5 on the rate and review. Black Panther is such a fun deck to play. But if you're a new player, maybe don't start with Black Panther. Lean to something a little bit more easier. But if you're this kind of player, if you're a control type of player, like I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh also back in the day. If you're a control kind of player and you want to stay in control of like what's going on, maybe Black Panther's for you, and you can pair that up with a Justice deck and just threat mitigate a lot. You could add in some healing cards. Protection would be definitely up your alley. If you're a control player, of course, if you're an aggressive player, red is always the way to go. I'm still trying to find which aspect is my favorite aspect. I really like Justice. I really like leadership. And, well, I really like aggression. I haven't played too much protection, so I need to dive into more protection. But that's going to be my review there. Setting up, not a point. No point for setup. Alter Ego, no point for Alter Ego. What else did I say? Survivability, no point for survivability. Versatility, thumbs up, and board control, thumbs up. But that's gonna be my review there. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys agree, like always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to get more Marvel Champion content, go ahead and like this video, comment on the video, please let me know your thoughts, and then just subscribe so you don't miss out on the next notification. I got a whole channel full of Marvel Champion content. If you guys are interested in that, go ahead and file through the channel here. And this is the fun deck that I made. It's a 50 card leadership deck, Wakanda Resource Forever, and YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this video right here. We'll catch you guys in the next video, and peace.